is too, by the way. Happy to be joined now by my good buddy, Chad Newberry, Newberry Realty. Brought a friend today. Who is this?
This is Dan.
Dan, what's up, man? Good to see you. How are you?
Good, about yourself?
So, I'm doing great, thank you. Chad, you're involved in sort of all aspects of real estate, if you really think about it, from contracting, lending, the whole shebang. But you never lost sight of the fact that at the end of the day, real estate has kind of always been your go-to in a lot of ways. Newberry Real Estate is doing so well, kind of migrating over even from the East Coast to Orlando. But I want to talk about property management a little bit first, because you do that and a lot of real estate agents stay away from it. Why is that?
Well, I'm really not the property management expert. Dan is more of an expert in that arena. I got and started in it because of Pat. So Pat's my broker partner, and she's an amazing property manager. And so she's always been doing it. So that just ended up becoming part of my agency at the beginning. And then Dan really wanted to get into property management, and he kept calling me wanting to join my agency. And I was like, have at it, because I don't.
So let's talk about that, Dan. Let's talk about property management a little bit, because a lot of people might own one house, two houses, maybe even 3 investment properties, and they're like, you know what? I don't want to pay anyone to handle it. I'm just going to handle the lease. I'm going to handle the evictions. I'm going to handle collecting rent. It can become a lot of work for people. Why should someone trust a property manager as opposed to doing it themselves?
Well, I think for Newberry, for instance, we've had 32 years of experience in property management, just a little under 200 doors currently. And so, I mean, we take on the advertisement, the repairs. You know, you're not getting a call at 2 a.m. and having a tenant call you saying the bathroom's leaking from a toilet, right? We handle all of that. And so, what is your time worth? I think that's really what it comes down to for the owners of the houses.
And also, you think about leverage, and I say leverage because people are like, I don't want to pay a property manager. Number one, it's not that expensive for them. It really is not that expensive. But I think it can actually save money for property owners, because you have leverage. You have connections with vendors. You have connections with people who can come in and do the work, oftentimes saving your homeowner money.
Exactly. So, for instance, we had a landlord that needed an AC replaced, and they got a quote from another company that cost, was it around $7,800? We got them a quote with a 10-year warranty of 5 years of labor as well for around $6,200. Yeah. So saving a lot of money for our landlords as well.
And not dealing with those headaches and those late night calls and then trying to go fix it yourself. I'm a big advocate for having a property manager. If you have one investment property, maybe not, but even then I think you should. But certainly if you have 2, 3, 4, you almost have to get a property manager. It's not worth dealing with it yourself. You know, Chad, do you agree? I know it's not your area of expertise, but tell me I'm not crazy.
No, I agree, because I have a friend, Cecilia, who lives in LA, and she has a property in Raleigh, and she can't get it rented, and she's trying to do it herself. And I'm like, you need a property manager in Raleigh. Go get a property manager in Raleigh. They'll solve the problem in just a few days, I would think.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of real estate agents have gotten into this business over the last 2 or 3 years. They've seen the skyrocketing cost of homes and said, oh, I want to be a real estate agent. But I think there's maybe some free agent type real estate agents out there as well, or maybe agents who feel like they're brokers taking advantage of them. Are you taking on new agents now, and why would be a good reason for me to sign up with you?
Yeah, so we're based in Daytona Beach, and we are a small agency. We have a lot of specialties, so property management, I do real estate development, and I find a lot of the realtors that are looking to expand their portfolio of services and diversify themselves in real estate, they're kind of seeking Newberry out. And then also with my next real estate development project happening in College Park, we're going to be expanding from Daytona Beach to the Orlando market here in a few months.
Yeah, I think it's a great place for agents, and I think that your knowledge of all of the ancillary things around just buying and selling real estate can be a huge help, whether it's construction, financing. I mean, don't you think all of that knowledge that you bring helps agents that are with your agency?
Yeah, so I think because I know construction, I know real estate development, I understand real estate, Pat knows property management, and I try to coach my agents as much as possible, doing some business coaching to help them to grow their business, because real estate is changing drastically right now. So I think it's really important for them to have some guidance and to diversify. And I think I have a lot of knowledge to give them.
Yeah, I'm putting a QR code on the screen for you right now. Whether you own investment properties and need a property manager, I would reach out to Newberry today. Or if you're an agent looking for a place to really hang your shingle that you can learn other areas of real estate as well, I would reach out to them right away. Now, Dan, Chad's always been super nice to us. What's he like to work with, though? You have to tell me.
Chad's great to work with. He's great to work with.
Good job. Good answer. Yeah, good answer.
That's a good answer, right? Yeah. I'm trying to see if you're like blinking twice at me or anything. No,
I am.
You're good. What is your real estate story? How did you get involved?
So I started about 4 years ago up in Michigan. I have my license up in Michigan as well, and then I moved down here about a year and a half ago. Started a team with another brokerage. I called Chad several times. He's like, "You don't want to join us. You don't want to come here." No. And so probably about 7 months later, I called Chad again and I said, "I want to meet with you guys." And it was a great decision. Him and Pat are just a wealth of knowledge and great people to be around.
I think what it was when he first got here, he moved to Daytona area from Michigan, and we weren't the greatest like getting leads to agents. And then he was like, "I need leads," and I was like, "You don't?" And he's like, "But you do real estate development and you do property management." He's like, "I want to work with you guys," and I was like, "We're not a good fit." And then he called me back and he's like, "Okay, I don't need the leads anymore. I just want to learn everything you guys know. So I'm joining your team." And I'm like, "All right."
It's like, you don't go to a car dealership and the car sales guy's like, "Yo, you don't want this new Nissan," right? It's like, was that reverse psychology or you really meant it?
I guess it worked. I don't know.
Chad, Dan, always a pleasure to see you guys. Nice to meet you. Newberry Realty. Keep up the great work, buddy.
Thanks.
See you soon. Here's what we're going to do, a very quick break. When we return, I've been reading these articles that people are leaving Florida in droves. Not true. You Have Real Estate continues.